And we are live. I know I was supposed to do the countdown, but you know what?
We're gonna go
ahead and bypass that. I'm here with Mike and see who's in the chat. We got Tom, we got Sean. How you boys doing today?
Let's get
Sean's
some more
looking
people.
forward to hearing some wise advice from you.
We are always open for advice because we are far from the experts. I think the people in the chat are more the experts, and we feed off of that. So, how was your weekend, Fuego? How was your seminar?
It was gay. I mean, it was basically a reiteration of boys have penis, girls have vagina. On top of that, everybody's getting a certain infection, and we need to do something to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find myself on every corner doing a conflict resolution with a bunch of prostitutes trying to help them make life-changing decisions.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
This is true. I mean, there's just certain subsets of culture that you just can't get to.
Yeah. So I just roll with the punches.
Exactly.
But how was your week in the retail realm?
It's been a slow week. I got a feeling a lot of people are on vacation this week. It's been slower than usual. I actually had 2 days off this week. I had Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, Wednesday and Thursday off, where I basically caught up on everything that I wasn't able to do over the past 10 out of 11 days that I worked. So
wow.
It was kind of catch up,
okay.
Laundry, yard work, all that good kind of stuff.
Awesome. So this week's episode is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to go through formalities. We're just going to discuss cards just like typical collectors. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and vent and gripe and complain about minute things that we have no control over. So just throwing that out there. But the big thing that I've been catching on YouTube this week was the fact that everybody has been doing comparisons, pros and cons between the National and Fanatics Fest, NYC. And so far, Fanatics is off on the wrong foot, apparently. I mean, that could be debatable because it all depends on who's actually going. Is it somebody who's just solely into sports? Then yes, it's a match made in heaven. But for somebody who's actually looking to improve on their collection, yeah, you may want to go find other venues. Yep. For the most part. The cool thing though was there were some videos that I did see that some sports athletes actually went over to the card section of the venue and spiced up some conversations with some dealers. They picked up some stuff like Tom Brady. There was a video that he was on that I saw. I forgot who this video was it, but he was explaining the reasoning and the method to his madness with his signature. How he signed his signature early in his career one way because I think it was because that's how his father signed off on it. And then his later years, it was something along the lines of he made the B in Brady represent his jersey number.
Okay.
And it was pretty cool. I mean, again, hopefully, and we discussed this a little earlier. Hopefully Fanatics was tuned in to YouTube and seeing what everybody had to say in regards to their first ever event. I mean, honestly, I think it was a success. You know, I mean, it did draw a lot of people. I'm pretty sure the number of satisfied venue goers outweighs those that complained about it. But hopefully they take whatever constructive criticism that was given in those videos and improve towards the venues that's coming up in September in Pittsburgh and November in Orlando.
Yeah, from what I saw, it was the Fanatics event was kind of a look at me. Look at what we can do. Look at what we have to offer. As far as a collector, if I believe that the collectors were probably the ones that were more in the negative. They were looking for more cards. They were thinking it was going to be a little bit more like the National, which it wasn't. It was a showcase of fanatics. And if you went there with the intention of it being something else, then you were probably disappointed.
Yep, I agree. But they did hold. I mean, for what they had over there, it was kind of cool. Like they had, I mean, they had all the major sports there, to include WWE, and they had UFC out there. What was cool about it was they actually they put an octagon in the Javits Center.
Oh, really?
So you have kids going in there and they're just duking it out. You know, I guess that would be an actual fun way of working out a trade. Okay, if we can't come up to an agreement, let's go 1 round, 3 minutes in the octagon. Whoever taps out loses out on that trade. You can go in through the WWE entrance to your favorite superstars' entrance music. I did see a video when Jeff Wilson was doing a tour of it, and he walked out to Shawn Michaels' Sexy Boy. I mean, I don't know, of all people, Jeff Wilson and Sexy Boy do not go together.
No, it's like
just saying that.
Oil and water.
But it looked like it was fun. I know my brother actually passed by it, and he was telling me that the lines just to get in were ridiculous. It literally wrapped around the corner, and I believe it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see how it's gonna turn out when they do make their way down south to Florida.
Yeah.
But they did have a whole bunch of fun stuff for the kids.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they keep the kids involved. But the big question is, how are they going to keep the kids involved in the hobby?
Yeah. And
that's the question.
Here's a question for the chat. Okay. Michael Rubin and a lot of influencers, and I use that word loosely, were all and still till this day talk about how the hobby is for the kids. Okay. Now, I'm sure those of you who actually went to this most recent national, you've seen a whole bunch of special events going on for the kids where, you know, free packs were being given out to them and little things like that. But at what point are these major figureheads like Michael Rubin and everybody else who put out product are going to make it affordable for little Timmy? You know, because at some point, little Timmy's going to grow old. He's not going to be little no more, and he's not going to be entitled to getting all that free stuff like he was when he was 10, 12, maybe 14. So, I mean, I'm seeing some comments in here. Nikki says kids are now becoming investors, which is, agree. And that's our fault too, Nikki. I'll be the first to say it. You know, because a lot of these kids, they jump on the social media and they're just like us. You know, they watch the YouTube. Some of them wanted to start channels. They got these Instagrams and Twitters and all that, and they see how the older guys actually conduct business in the hobby, and then, you know, ultimately it kind of takes the word hobby out of the entire equation and makes it more of a business. Like I've seen some transactions on Jeff Wilson's channel when I used to watch him religiously, and some of these trades that Jeff's doing with these 12-year-olds, these kids, I'm like, where the hell did you get all this information from? You know, like Jeff's asking them, okay, what's the value on this? And you got these kids just spitting out numbers, dates, and times. I wonder if they are that efficient in a brick and mortar school.
Yeah.
So I mean, Jason says, Fanatic said, screw the kids in my mind. None. I would have to disagree with that because again, they're doing a whole bunch of like special stuff for the kids. They're getting the free packs. They're. I know a lot of these dealers sometimes take a loss to please a kid when it comes to like trades or selling a card to a kid or whatever. But yeah, if I'm that dealer and I see some kid walking around with a $300 Zion case and nothing in he's got nothing but gem mint material inside his Zion case, you ain't getting no break from me, kid. Pound sand.
Yeah. Wow.
Kids follow what the parents do. Sports cars has turned into a side hustle. Yep.
Yeah, and that all happened, during the pandemic. Even Jason put a quote up there: "Flippers buy everything on the shelves before the kids can get to them anyways." Maybe true in Canada, not in the States. States shelves are pretty much full right now. But back in 2000, 2001, you couldn't find retail or anything. And that, in turn, basically a $20 blaster box and a $10 hanger box at the time, were selling on eBay for $35 to $40, for blaster boxes, $20 for hanger boxes. So what Fanatics did, or what Topps did at the time, was they started to raise the price to keep it out of the flipper's hands. And it affected all of us, the collector or the person that just wanted to go out and buy a $20 blaster box and open it, where the print runs were not as high as they are now, where you actually had a chance of getting a gold card or a numbered card or some kind of parallel out of there. So now it's basically Fanatics said, or Topps and Fanatics basically said, well, if people were buying them off of eBay for, $30, $40, let's raise our prices. So that's what happened. And they raised the print runs also.
Speak your mind, Arnie. Yes, you can be heard one damn time.
There you go, Arnie. I think Arnie
should it with your chest, though. You're not the only one, Dom. I think we all suffer in that. Yep.
Yeah, it's just not there, and it's just not there in retail. Like I was telling Fuego before we started this, I was watching a video and then another video popped up, and it was one guy just going around with a $200 budget, going to different Targets and Walmarts and stores like that to buy $200 worth, and he was looking for a select product. $200 worth of kind of select product that he had his eyeball on. And then I found out it was one of somebody that worked for Jeff Wilson. So he brings everything back. He opens it all up. There's about $100 worth of value in there. I mean, he's looking at value. I'm not looking at value. I'm looking at, building a team set or something like
whatever.
That. Yeah. But yeah, it's just not there in retail. This year, I don't see it. I don't see people saying hangers or bangers this year like they were 2 or 3 years ago, or retail is where it's at, because I don't believe that it's there right now.
Oh, so it looks like Arnie figured it out.
Okay.
So he says the hobby is huge. Just because this is what we see due to YouTube algorithms doesn't mean that is what the hobby actually is. If I had one wish, it'd be no blanket statements ever. You need to elaborate on that, young man.
Yes, sir. Please.
And then he followed up with, how can you take a single comment and say, yep, that's the hobby? So, I mean.
Yep. Okay, I agree with Magnus right there. I have no interest in retail. $30 to $40 for a blaster box. No, thanks. I agree 100%.
Okay. So Arnie says that he heard Orlando saying that set building is dead. How? Who, when, where? Love Orlando, but that's thousands of followers.
I don't believe set building is dead. I don't believe it is. It's just we just have to find alternatives to build our sets now. That's what it comes down to. I mean, if you want to start your set building by buying a hobby box, that's fine. I mean, I do it with Update every year. I buy a Update Jumbo, and I try to build the set out of that Jumbo box. Every year, the cards get a little bit less and less and less, so it's a little bit harder to build the set. But that's the only one that doesn't come out in a factory set. So that's where the chase is. I think if Fanatics does it right, this update 2024 could be the biggest update of all time if they do it right. And that's what we're going to get into in a little bit.
I see your point, Arnie. Then you got Victor. I'm working on a dozen sets right now, not finishing them anytime soon, but I'm working on them. And that's what's fun about it.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we was actually having a little pre-gaming discussion about ripping packs or ripping boxes to finish that set, or just say, screw it, go to eBay, go to ComC, pick up the single, set complete. Mm-hmm. Okay, where is the gratification?
And I think it came down to, if the prices were cheaper, we would still be ripping to get those 1 or 2 or 3 cards. But the prices aren't cheaper anymore. So
they're not cheaper anymore. No. You're right.
No, so you have to find alternative ways to complete a set, even if it's with the Cardmunity or something. I needed 1 card for Update last year, and I said, this is the card number I need. It's Kyle Lewis. Boom, somebody sent it to me. It's like, great, set complete.
Yeah, and then the discussion came up with, okay, so if you're 2 cards shy of completing a particular set or a rainbow, you go out. You pick up that hobby box, you pick up that jumbo box, you get 1 of the 2 cards that you're missing to complete whatever it is that you're trying to complete. What do you do with the rest?
Exactly. You put them in a box.
Some, like Mike, would actually segregate them from his actual collection and try to figure out what to do with them. Or, if you're, and nothing against Mike, if you're a little more driven and motivated, you go out and look for that particular person who has what you need to complete whatever project you're trying to finish. Instant trade bait. I mean, it all depends on how bad you want it. Either way, whether Target or Walmart, those prices have jacked up, because pre-pandemic, I remember $20 mega boxes were $20 because it said so on the box.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I've seen that a few times.
Absolutely.
Hell, I think I could recall doing that once or twice.
I think we've all done it. I mean, I do it all the time with the price increases, but it's just because I'm a collector. I'm not an investor. And if you think you're going to start making money off of buying blaster boxes and hanger boxes, it's not happening.
We saw that firsthand with that sports card and that Market Movers video.
Yeah, it's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream. Yeah. Maybe 2-3 years ago you could.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. Let me know
how that works out for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I was to ever go into a Walmart or a Target and I just see a lone soldier of a quality product like a Topps Chrome Blaster, yeah, I'll pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Just for giggles, see what I can pull out of it. You never know.
If it's the last one on the shelf, it's got to be good.
Yeah.
That's the way it always works.
Yeah, definitely, So, I mean, it's it's just the joy of, just sitting back, relaxing. You know what? While I'm here relaxing, let me go ahead and rip into this box, maybe record it, throw it on YouTube, and boom, that's it.
Yeah.
So because I remember at one point.
I can't remember the last time I opened up a blaster box or a hanger box or something and just uploaded the video to YouTube. Maybe a year.
I haven't done that in a while. I mean, lately, a lot of my videos is basically stuff that I'm sending off for grading or singles that I picked up or some break results that I got into.
Yeah.
Now, what are those realistic expectations, Arnie? Because 9 out of every 10 individuals in the hobby are looking for those big money cards.
I would just be looking for a nice parallel for my team.
Okay, so if there's 9 blasters and the last one is a buy, should I buy all 8 plus 1? At $30 a pop? Absolutely not. Here it is. 1 sec. But yeah, I mean, with the way prices are skyrocketing nowadays, it's like you can't afford to have fun.
Yeah, there goes Sean. I would just like to have a parallel. There you go. Yeah, when they start, I think it was last year when they started saying that rainbow foils were considered a hit in a hanger box. I'm like, wait a minute, rainbow foils should never be considered a hit.
Yeah,
a hit has a number on it. Rainbow foils are more like an insert.
Well, I mean, that's not always the case. I mean, there's some rare items that are part of that checklist that are not numbered, but they're rare. They're hard to pull.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. But a rainbow foil is not a hard pull. It's usually
for example,
one in every 2 packs.
Who wouldn't love a home field advantage?
Oh, everybody would love a home field advantage. Absolutely.
Okay, so here we go. Topps Finest, for example, so much free info. 1, education is key. Watch videos, see others spend, and by the way, Arnie, spell check is free. And give you free data. 2, know the risk. 3, stay in budget, and all is a lot of fun.
Correct.
Well, again, okay, Arnie, is this something you think 12-year-old Timmy would be able to afford, for example?
I'm going to say no way, unless his parents got a real good job and they give him $300 a week for allowance.
Yes. Because I remember back in my day, and Mike is probably thinking, boy, you don't know what the hell back in my day means. But anyway,
8 cents
my grandfather used to take me to a card show, flea markets, actually. And they had 10-cent bins, 25-cent bins. Now they're up. Granted, they're still cheap or whatnot, but it's like people don't even bother with those anymore. Okay, age is in the point. Go back to my main point. I feel people just want to bitch and complain. Don't buy it. Why is this the only damn hobby where people complain and still do it every release? Because everybody, and I'm just going to go ahead and assume everybody is looking for that ROI. Because I have yet to see a video outside of what is here now in this chat, to include Mike, who do videos for the sole purpose of just pure enjoyment of the hobby.
Yeah, I've never done a return on investment on a hobby box or anything like that. You see them all the time now. There's a lot of new people that are gaining subscribers, that are taking off, that are doing, it's all return on investment. okay, I've got this hobby box. What's the return on investment?
Yep.
You know, and they'll sometimes they get a nice card. Boom. Okay. Well, we just made our return investment on this one card. Yeah, but that's only one hobby box out of how many thousands that are out there. They're not all going to be the same.
Also, a hobby where you are criticized by others for what you spend your money on. It's wild to me. Imagine someone following you around Home Depot laughing as you buy items. Well, number one, you will never find this guy at a Home Depot looking for items, because I'm from a concrete jungle where all that stuff is done for me. Okay, that's not the case now. I got to figure it out. But I do get the point.
I go to Home Depot all the time. I love it.
There you go. Nikki hit it right on the head. That's the only reason why I do videos, simply just to show off what I have in my collection. Every video that I have put out has been of one of three players, and everybody knows who they are. I'm all about the rods, okay, no pun intended, and a Jason Dominguez every now and then. So I mean, I keep it plain and Jane. Whereas you've got individuals, and yeah, I am gonna name drop. You got guys like Run Good Life, where he's opening up a $500 hobby box of 10 cards, and every card that he considers a hit, he puts up a value of it, and all he's doing is just disappointing himself. I think a lot have good reasons. I just don't get it. The punishment some people put themselves through. Ultimately, Arnie, I truly believe the hobby is not a means of investment. There's no way.
Not nowadays.
No,
not nowadays. I mean, you have to go way back. You have to, get those cards from the 50s or 60s and stuff like that, or special sets that came out. Hobby boxes came out when you had a bunch of rookie players in there from the late 90s, early 2000s. Some of those boxes are good for investment, but it's just like investing in a stock. You don't know what's going to hit. You don't know what's going to miss. I mean, if you bought 10 boxes of Series 1 and Series 2 from 2000 to 2010, did you make money? Did you lose money? That's what it comes down to. Some of them may have made money, but a lot more have lost money.
And we all have those instances, Nikki. There's been times where I opened up what I like to call boo-boo boxes. Okay. And then I remember specifically the very last video I did of 2023. It was a box of Topps Chrome Cosmic. And I believe I did fairly well in that one, because I think I pulled a Josh Young auto numbered to 50 out of that one. So I was pretty pleased. The hobby is awesome. And regardless what the hobby does, as long as I have my job, which allows me a budget for the hobby, regardless what it does, I pivot and adjust accordingly. See, here's the difference between you and all these other content creators that's on YouTube there, Arnie. You say you have a job. A lot of these folks, their job is cards. I mean, a lot of these kids do not know what it's really like to put in 40 hours a week for 2 weeks and then look at the nickel and dime of a check that they get at the end of the pay period, and then figure out, after they pay all their bills, how am I going to go ahead and pick up this hobby box of Topps Chrome or whatever the case may be. These kids use these cards to and what I find funny though is they actually advertise on these videos. I'm gonna go ahead and I bought this for $450. I'm gonna go ahead and sell it for $8. I mean, come on now.
I like Chuck's comment. 2 up. There you go.
Did I make money or lose money on a box or pack? How about did I have fun opening it?
Yep.
Touche there, Chuck.
Yep. There you go. Now I know that Chuck is into Panini Stars and Stripes, which not too many people are, but Chuck opens that. He's opened that in completed sets for the past few years, and he likes that product. That's what he likes.
You make a good point, Magnus, but my thing is when you have individuals that's buying up everything in bulk, where does that leave us who turn the other cheek when it comes to investing or flipping? We can't find the product because everybody's buying it all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're here. We're definitely here in the hobby.
I mean, like you said, you have a job that helps you support your hobby. Mike has a job just like pretty much 99.9% of everybody in the chat have a job to support their hobby. Me, I do have a job. Okay. I'm also collecting a pension from my previous employer, so technically I don't have to work, but that's besides the point. However, if I really want to take full advantage of enjoying the hobby and not have to, come up with a budget on how to spend towards my hobby, I'm taking the route of earning an income the way I do. But however you bring your income in, aside from solely focusing on cardboard, these kids will not understand that. And I feel bad for that younger generation that's coming up who's already picking up bad habits when it comes to the hobby. Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Download Target app, register a credit card, debit, etc. Get 5% off every purchase. If an item sold out, select notify me when in stock, buy online, save gas, time, miles, etc. Start there.
And I think it's free shipping over $35. So
yes,
you don't even have to pay shipping. Yeah. And it comes right to your house. You don't have to have human contact with anyone. Just stay in your house, hit a couple of buttons, boom, comes to your door. I do that with most of my stuff.
I do my grocery shopping through delivery on the Walmart app. But the Walmart that I go to, it's not the super Walmart. It's a standard regular grocery store. And I always manage to put maybe 2 hobby boxes or a couple of blaster boxes in my order with my groceries. So somehow whoever's putting my delivery together got to drive from there to the super Walmart, pick up my cards, just drive back. And I tip them $5. Yeah, I'm cheap. I don't give a damn.
I like Prison Select. Yeah.
And it's just a nostalgia too, I mean, for the older collectors, opening up something from 10 to 15 years prior, it's a blast from the past. Like I know a lot of us enjoy it when Mike does his mixer breaks through the years.
Mixers. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's getting tougher to find product now. I did find an eBay store that has some stuff that I'm very interested in. So not so much Dave and Adams and Blowout anymore. I'm really starting to search on eBay, and I found some stuff.
All right, so we are at the halfway mark, and Mike put out some homework for both him and I for this episode. So we're gonna go ahead and go into it. I did the wrong homework.
I just kind of gave like a background information check on everything. You have the spreadsheet. You can put that up, right?
I consider it homework. I don't care what you say.
I had fun doing it. I mean, it's on a spreadsheet. I have it now for the rest of my life, however long that may be.
Yep. You know? And let me go ahead and pull up my email now. Okay, so we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here, come here, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit the share. All right, so this is the monstrosity that
it's
Mike
not a monstrosity. It's organized.
All right, so I'm gonna manipulate the spreadsheet, Mike. You're gonna have to talk it through.
Okay. So I went back to 2015 Series 1. I did all Series 1 for Topps flagship all the way up to this year. And what I did was I broke down the parallels that were in there, mostly the numbered parallels, rainbow foil, rainbow foils 1 in 10 packs. Everybody knows that. And that has stayed consistent throughout all of the years. And then down below, as you can see here, in 2015, there were only numbered parallels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbered parallels in there. You had your gold snow camo, which I don't know what that was. I just put that in as a new one as 99 because I didn't go back to 2014. You had the black numbers 64, the Mother's Day pink to 50, the framed, which was only, I think, this year, and 2016. It might have been previous. Platinum 101 and printing plates 101. And then if you pull down a little bit in Fuego, you can see hobby boxes were 36 packs, 10 cards per pack for a total of 360 cards. The jumbo were 10 packs with 50 cards per pack, total cards 500 cards. 500 cards in a jumbo box. Wow.
That's and something. What was the price of a jumbo back in 2015?
This is the thing that I tried to look for. I tried to look for the prices back in that era and just couldn't find them because everything that you put in a price for Topps 2015 Series 1 takes you right to eBay and it shows you the prices now, which are
and those prices are already inflated.
Yeah, probably 3 times the amount, more than likely. All right. Series 2016, they added the vintage stock and they added the clear. So they added 2 more numbered parallels from 2015. And the configuration was the same for hobby. Jumbo was a little bit different. It had 10 packs with 47 cards per pack for 470 total cards in a jumbo box.
Okay.
All right. And then we will go up to 2017. The 2 new added were the Father's Day and the Memorial Day. So you had another card to 50 and had a card to 25. All right. And then go down. And I think this one, it went back to where 2015 was. Hobby remains the same. Jumbos were 10 packs, 50 cards per pack, and 500 total cards.
Yep.
Now, I do have print runs on these, but not until 2020 because, I'm looking for print runs on older product. I really couldn't find it. 2018, the new card insert was the Independence Day to 76. All the rest of the cards stayed the same, and pretty much the same as the year previous, hobby and jumbo. 2019, we added the advanced stats to 150 with all the other cards in there. And this is where things start to shift just a little bit and stays kind of the same for the next few years. Hobby 24 packs, cards per pack 14, total cards 336. So drop down a little bit drop down in the packs, but you add more cards to it. So you dropped about 24 cards total in the hobby box. The jumbo dropped 40 cards total. It went to 10 packs, 46 cards per pack.
So at this point, you would assume price would probably drop a little bit based off of amount
you would think. I don't know what the print runs were there in 2019. 2020, this is where we start to get some print runs. And for 2020, I don't know how actual they were. Everything stayed the same for 2020. All right. They didn't know a pandemic was coming. They didn't know anything. The same exact configurations for hobby and for jumbo. And I remember buying a hobby box. You could buy a hobby box for $59.
Yeah.
That was pre-pandemic prices. Now in 2020, there was a print run of Series 1 of 3,500 base cards, or 3,500 cards for each base card. So that's what it was, not counting inserts or anything else like that. So 3,500. Right. Pandemic hits 2021. Okay, we're going to add 2021 had a platinum anniversary. We weren't sure about that one, but I think scroll down. It was a 7th anniversary 1 of 1, which replaced the platinum, the 1 of 1 platinum that was in there. Cards, everything stayed the same as far as hobby and jumbo format, but the print run doubled. It went to $700,000 or $700,000 per base card. All right, on to 2022. This is where the foil boards start coming in. They added an orange foil board to $299, a red foil board to $199. Everything else stayed the same, and I think the configuration stayed exactly the same, except the print run went up just a little bit, not as much. It went up to about 725, 700, and we'll say 730,000 cards per base card. And then 2023, this is where the print run starts to get really out of whack. Everything stayed exactly the same as far as your numbered cards, as far as your hobby, the packs, everything stayed exactly the same, except the print run went up 500,000 cards to 1.256 million cards. Yeah, that went crazy. Yep. 2024. Okay, now my numbers are not exactly 100% on the print runs. I went through several YouTube channels and tried to come up with what everybody was trying to say. I went to Scotty B, I went to Striker, a couple others. 2024, we add 3 new parallels. The blue foil to $9.99, the purple foil to $7.99, the green foil to $4.99. Okay, scroll down. Here we go. And then this is what happens. It comes to 20 packs with 12 cards per pack. Total cards for a hobby box is 240. That dropped 94 cards in a hobby box. And did the price go down? Nope, went up. Jumbo box, 10 packs, 40 cards per pack, 400 cards, 60 cards less in a jumbo box. Print run was right around $900,000 per, or 900,000 cards per base card. So the print run dropped about 350,000. So that's the one good thing about it. So everybody says, are we in a junk wax era? In base cards, most definitely. Most definitely. In numbered cards, I'm going to say with the addition of all these additional number cards, it's getting there. It's getting there.
Now, mind you, I did notice that you've only thrown the numbered parallels in here, and you've excluded all 362 different varieties of inserts per year.
Yeah. I'm not throwing inserts. We're just going base. We're going base with this, pretty much. I did throw in 2024. If you scroll up to the top, I did put in the team color and the true photos.
Yep,
they're not numbered. Are they considered an insert or are they considered a variation? This is the thing. This is what it comes down to. Is it an insert? Is it a variation? I consider it a variation. I don't know if people in the chat consider it a variation or an insert.
I would look at it as a variation.
Yes, that was my line of thought. So it's something different. It's something new, but they're not numbered, so you don't know how many there are.
Right.
Which is the interesting thing about that.
All right. So this is basically Mike's breakdown of flagship within the last couple of years. I went ahead and put on my Michael Rubin hat.
There you go.
And I decided, you know what? Let's see how everybody feels if I came up with my own flagship set. Okay, so y'all let me know exactly what y'all think. Okay, and basically this is just notional, so bear with me. I came up with a few things. I didn't come up with I just came up with some changes I would like to see in my mind and that makes sense in products going forward. So let's start with 2025 Top Series 1. Okay. I would like to see the base card checklist a little bit smaller with autographs. Now, with the base cards, that player has to have made an appearance in a major league game at some point. That's for one. Okay. I mean, I've noticed where you've got people that a lot of us have never heard of, and we are diehard fans of that respective team. And you got some kid named Joe Schmuckatelli as a relief pitcher, and you're like, who the hell is this? Okay. Keep it to people, players who's actually made a debut at some point the year prior. All right. Now, these are some of the inserts that I've actually come up with, and I thought the names was a little bit catchy too, so bear with me. First insert that I would like to see would be something known as King of the Hill. And this would only apply to those individuals, past and present. And, I don't expect for, Cy Young to be in this in Topps flagship as a Cy Young winner, because that's kind of redundant. I would say go back maybe 3 years, maybe 4. But it would be past, definitely the previous year's Cy Young winner, and make them with autographs. And I would even go out on a limb and say, drop them in parallels. That's just it gives everybody to me, it ties the hobby with the sport that much better when you show when you produce inserts of accolades that players have received the season prior. So the next one I came up with would be the 2024 MVP inserts. Okay. And I put 2024 because this would be an insert set of those 2 players that won the MVP the year prior, and it could be, and you could even throw in there, just for shits and giggles, buyback exclusive, but make sure you just throw 2024 so you don't draw no controversy. Make them parallels, okay? Put some autos with them. Then you have this one, got the call insert. And basically with this insert to me would go along with the lines of those young studs who just got drafted in the most recent MLB draft. Okay, so like the last draft happened. When was it, Mike? I don't remember.
It was back at the end of June.
Okay, so everybody who got drafted, and I'll keep it simple: first rounders.
That's it.
Okay, go first round. Make them an insert set, and I believe we came up with that would be a 30 card set because it was 30 players for the first round.
Yeah. Each team has a pick, but each team may not have one pick. They may have traded that pick, so some teams might have 2 players in that set.
Yep. And then the last one for series 1, would be the Rookie of the Year auto relics. Okay, and then we already know that they're throwing the MLB debut patches in higher end products. So make a auto relic of something from that rookie other than the MLB debut patch. I mean, but don't just throw a napkin in there. Don't throw something plain Jane, make it that if you could give it kind of like
a leaf approach.
A leaf approach, where it's the relic is kind of beefy and is multicolored.
Or part of a batting glove or a shoe or a baseball glove, something.
Or a piece, I know there's cleat relics out there. You don't have to put the whole cleat. Put a spike.
Yeah.
Something like that. It plays dividends. All right. So Series 2, same concept. 200 card base set with autos. Okay. And inside this Series 2 would be any individual that was not in Series 1. Okay. Then you have your release the rookie inserts with autos and parallels. And I put this one in set 2 because we know that there's a lot of rookies that get the call and make their debut opening day. So just to make sure that you give MLB Topps the ample amount of time to actually produce the product, I would recommend drop it in Series 2 because there was instances where in series it was like we didn't see Paul Skeens until update. Where I think he made his debut just before Series 2 came out.
Right.
So I mean, that would be an idea. Then you have another insert that I came up with called Bring Out the Bats. And in my case, this would be in the last 5 years, all those past and present Silver Sluggers in parallels and autos. And with this being flagship, I'm okay with sticker autos. Okay. So that doesn't really matter to me because, flagship doesn't really hold its value as long as higher end products start dropping, like your dynasties, your Bowmans and all that other crazy stuff.
Flagship is a good collector's set.
It is.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah.
Then you have your MLB rookie debuts. Okay. Speaks for itself. They actually make a debut, and those that didn't make it to Series 1, they're in Series 2. And then the last insert I would drop would be the Power Bats. And that's basically however Fanatics wants to do it, but this insert would solely be paying homage to everybody in the 500 home run club. And you could pick whatever player you want to throw in there. It could be your top 10 on that list. It could be the 25, however you want to do it. Because I think on total, there's not that many on the 500 home run list anyway.
No.
So you could probably throw everybody in there.
Absolutely.
And then you got Topps Update. Again, 200 card base set. Cruising to Cooperstown. I would devote this insert to those individuals that got selected for induction into the Hall of Fame the year prior. So in this case, yes, it's only going to be, depending on how many people get elected. So like last year, it was what, 3?
Mm-hmm.
It would be a 3-card checklist, make them parallels. Okay. Maybe throw some autos in there. Then you have another insert, Fearless in the Field. And this would be not just the outfield, but basically anywhere on defense who actually, it would kind of take a stadium club approach, but for defensive gaming purposes only. Maybe catch a play where Mookie Betts is completely Superman prone in the air in the middle of a catch. Things like that. Next insert I would incorporate would be All-Star Performance. And just like the name states, it would be devoted to everybody who participated in the All-Star game for both National and American League. And then the last insert for update would be Flexing. And this one would be for all those contestants that was a part of the Home Run Derby. And then for welcome to the show, those would be everybody who happens to be the number one overall draft pick for the MLB. Make those parallels with autos and relics, and even incorporate superfractors.
There you go.
Mic drop.
So what are you doing with the 40 years or 35 years past cards? Are they going away? This year we're up to 89. Would there be a 90 in there?
No,
not doing it.
I would do a fresh set of inserts that are relevant to the game.
Okay. Well, it seems that Topps has that in there every year, and I know that a couple of years ago we got blasted with the 87s, and then the 88s and 89s this year. Would you do something different? I know that we talked a little bit. There we go. I know that we talked a little bit about it one year. I think was 2000 or 2021, where they did more of an archives approach to it, where they did. I don't remember the years, but let's just say they did 56, they did 65, and they did 72. They did one in Series 1, one in Series 2, and one in Update.
Why not save that for Topps Chrome?
Oh, yeah, you could do that for Topps Chrome too. But how many cards would be in there? I do like that you cut down the checklist, which would, really does kind of streamline it, because when Series 1 comes out and Series 2, there's usually close to anywhere between 50 and 90 rookies in each set. Yes. So that's going to cut it down. Would you put Series 1 as established players, and then Series 2 kind of bring it back a little bit, as far as, because, like the past couple of years, like Bo Bichette, who's an established player on the Blue Jays, has not been in Series 1. He's been in Series 2. Yeah. So it's like, how would you do that so Series 1 and Series 2 are as strong as each other? Although Series 2 would probably have a lot better rookie class, because they already have the players that have played.
Yeah.
And that's your
answer. Mean, yeah. I just came up with a base foundation on that. I mean, and again, that however Topps would take this idea or this approach and add to it or refine it is completely up to them. But I did see some comments in the chat. Yes, get rid of those overwhelmingly annoying inserts, stars of the MLB. I would think it would make more sense for each series come up with a different insert. But it's cost effective for them, but it's cost ineffective for us.
All right. Yes. Yeah, Arnie. Yeah, the print run's always higher in Series 1 than 2, and then Update.
But yeah, that would be my proposal to Mike Rubin as far as flagship sets going forward. So I mean,
I would. Yeah, when I was talking, I didn't even get a chance to take a look at all the chat that was going on. I'm sure when you were talking, you didn't get to see. Yeah, stars, the 2 per pack. We don't, and then Dom starts chiming in.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. There's so many configurations you can come up, and I know that you did like the home run club, 500 plus club. You can do a stolen base leaders club. You can do a complete game club. You can do anything. It's endless with those inserts, but don't do it until it's dead. Just do it once and then wait 5 years and do it again. And because there's going to be so many other things that can fill in there.
These previous parallels, it's different, but is it relevant?
Yeah.
Like, who cares if Ellie De La Cruz has a rookie card with Easter bunnies as a background.
True.
You know, I mean, come on. Granted, yes, it's paying homage to a holiday, but what does Easter have to do with baseball?
I don't know if they really had it as mine as they called it Easter because they had the Easter eggs, but it's more like intended towards be spring, and spring has Easter, so it kind of got the name of Easter parallels.
So how do you explain the water cans, Mike?
Well, you need to water the flowers in spring.
Get a hose.
Spring. Get a hose. No, this is back in the day. You used a water can. You use the hose to fill the water can, and then you water.
What about this? For Series 1, they do a 1-card insert paying tribute to Jackie Robinson Day.
That would be wonderful. In Series 1, absolutely.
And each year, they just change up the photo.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, that would be something to collect throughout the years, that one Jackie Robinson card. Yeah.
You can have that. And then, you know, you got those special days like when Lou Gehrig did that famous speech.
Mm-hmm.
Another reason the hobby is great. Set builders, team collectors, player run collectors, insert own. Yep.
Absolutely.
The only downfall, and I know Arnie's probably going to beat me up about it, is prices.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the one thing, and Fuego and I talked about it earlier before we went live. Topps is missing, or Fanatics is missing the game on the collectors. And I'm going to tell you what it is. If Fanatics offered you a team set, your team set, no matter how many cards are in it, and say, I know that they have team sets out that they sell for $10, $12. You can go to a ballpark and get them or whatever. But what if they offered it to you and they would say, you're going to get one insert and one numbered card for $25? Would you buy it?
And as a bonus, I would be content with a sticker auto.
If it comes down to getting an auto, would you buy it? I would be the first one in line buying it, because there you go. I got my team set. Now I have a chance of getting a numbered card or a foil card or an insert card for $25. Yeah, I'm in.
Yep, definitely. And it has to have kind of like I'll take Mike's idea. It has to have kind of like a top.
Arnie says no, don't give me any ideas for more products. But this is more in line for the collector. I only want the one team. So, but I mean, just think how much. Just think how many would sell. Like if there's a hot rookie on that set, right? And there's a possibility of getting an insert just for that team. You know, what if it was Ellie De La Cruz this year or Jason Dominguez this year in Series 1? How many packs would sell? They would sell out quickly. Yeah. And it wouldn't just be Yankees fans. It wouldn't be Reds fans. It would be everybody. Everybody would be going after that.
It's what I do best, Arnie.
Well, they did have team sets in 2022, but did they promote them? No, because it was still
not
Topps.
As much.
Now it's Fanatics. Now they can promote them.
Yeah, you'll find those team packs in like Dollar General or something.
Yeah, you can find them all over the place now. But if they promote it right, Arnie, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it. A lot of us, we are devoted to a team, but then some of us, and I'm going to use myself as an example, I happen to be a fan of a player that's outside of my team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, yeah, I could go to my local Walmart or Target or whatever the case may be, pick up my team set, okay, and I'll pick up like a Seattle Mariners set from Amazon or a David Adams just to get that Julio Rodriguez card. Yes, we do. Yeah, wholeheartedly agree.
Absolutely. Love flagship.
You know, I'm actually glad that Flagship was one of those sets that was not, you know, laid to rest.
Oh,
But
it's their
hopefully,
whole history. They would never lay it to rest.
Hopefully, we come to the realization that some of the sets that they did get rid of, they reconsider some of them. Like I do know, Topps Fire was highly sought after.
It sold out. They oversold it. The last year they had it.
Yep. I mean, granted, they took some of those designs and came up with some new stuff. Like I would say they got rid of Fire and gave us Cosmic.
Well,
you know, but it's not the
same.
Some
chrome on it, and they charge you 3 times the amount, 4 times the amount.
Yeah. So overall, what do y'all think about Mike's breakdown of Series 1 through the years, the print run, and the proposed flagship for next year?
Well, I had everybody else do the work for me. I just copied and pasted a lot of stuff. So,
okay, so from a Topps rep, word is they will actually bring some back and spot fill throughout the year's future releases.
I would hope so.
I would hope so, but I would hope they actually bring back highly sought after sets. Well, appreciate that, Arnie.
I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it going as long as I can. I'm going to go as far back as I possibly can with those charts. Yeah. From the time when they started adding numbered cards, I guess it was late 1990s. They started adding numbered cards in there.
Right.
But it's going to be a little bit of work. But it's something that I have a good start with, and I want to build on it.
And I know a nice topic I would like to talk about. Well, before I even get into it, next weekend there will not be a podcast because my wife is dragging me on a vacation.
There ain't nothing wrong with the vacation. Depends where you're going.
And I'm not going to complain.
Okay.
She's dragging me, but it was my idea.
Oh. and where is this vacation to?
I'm flipping the bill for it. But when we come back in 2 weeks, okay, that would give Mike enough time to go ahead and work on his Einstein project because you know Mike is like the mastermind when it comes to ideas. Okay, but one topic I would like
better write this down.
A nice little discussion on is the collectability of those particular players that officially announced their retirement. And the I guess sentimental value of their cards. Not so much as monetary, because I don't really give a damn about that because I mean Miggy doesn't command a premium and I can see why. But just knowing what he's done in his career, how would Detroit Tigers fans react, or any Miguel Cabrera fans would be trying to collect up those every last card that is produced for that year that he's announced his retirement?
You know what? If you talk to Sticks or you talk to Lisa Z, they would be the ones that would be collecting every Miggy. Every time we pull a Miggy in a break, Sticks is like, Miggy, capital letters. I remember when Mike Schmidt retired, right. And, the tears streaming down his face when he finally called it quits, when he said, I just don't have it anymore, and realized it. It was shocking. You knew it was going to come, but back in, 89, you didn't have the internet. You didn't have all this other stuff. You just had your local news and stuff like that. So you only saw one view of it. And that image is going to last in my mind forever. So, yeah.
Here's the thing with 1 cent though, Arnie, and I've caught on to it. Yes, he does a very good job in product breakdown where he throws people off is giving opinions, and I know I can easily just turn off the video at this point, but I just choose not to when he starts talking about what teams to target when it comes to brakes.
You know what? And I'm actually, now that 1 cent, I forgot about his channel and looking at that. I do like it. I do like the teams to target, because back when I was doing breaks and doing a pick your team break, it actually started to give me a little bit of perspective as to these are the teams that we should be in the top tier, these should be in the middle tier, these should be in the lower tier. And I tried to put out a video somewhat close to what his was like, and it didn't come out as good as trying to get out on the first release and stuff like that. But at least he gives you some information about, of course, the teams to target in there, and it helped me with my breakdown of doing a break. Yeah, and I can go way back in years, Arnie. Yeah, I completely forgot about 1 set. Yeah, he does a lot of good stuff on there.
He does, and it's like if you took 1 cent's breakdown and added Striker's breakdown, that's the perfect analysis. Oh, yeah. That's the perfect dissection of that product.
Oh yeah, exactly. Because Striker has all the formats, and 1 cent has, for the breaks. So you've got everything right there. Yeah.
Yep.
No doubt. I agree.
Well, in this day and age, there, Arnie, everything is all about the clicky clicks.
I don't care about the clicky clicks. I don't either. I could care less.
I'm on board with Mike. I reached 1,000 subs. I got my watch hours. It's just sit back and enjoy the ride from here.
I don't even have my watch hours. And you know what? Every time I get close to my watch hours, I shut down, because I don't want that. I don't want that BS. I really don't. I could care less.
Yeah. So
I use YouTube as a tool to reach to people, to have friendships, to share the love of collecting, to share cards, and that's what it's all about.
Yep. Yeah, see, and a lot of these guys, they throw value into 90% of their videos. I don't care about I mean,
don't call it and
it's
you're talking value, and you're talking flagship, which is overproduced, which we all know is a junk wax product right now. It's value if you hit those parallels.
Yeah.
But other than that,
makes no sense to me. Everything else is just gibberish.
Yeah.
So
I collect the cards that I want to collect, and I still am trying to put together Chronicle set from 2023 and 2022 because I love that set.
Okay.
That's what it comes down to. And now that you can pick up a 12-pack, a fat pack for, there's like 300 cards in there or something like that for $30. Yeah, I'm all in. For $30, absolutely.
There you go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this puppy to rest. But before we do, Mike, you got anything going on? You've put out an email to a selected few.
Yes, Adam is doing a break on Monday night. He's got some random products going on. I don't have the email with me right now up, but we got a break on Monday night.
I do.
Okay.
So the lineup that he has
ripping?
I'm just for the break. What was that?
I'm just being the director of this.
So what is going to be broken at this break is there's no quantities in here, so I'm assuming it's one of each.
It's one of each. So yes.
It's 2020 Bowman Chrome Megas, 2020 Donruss Mega Box, 1 auto average, a 2021 Prism Mega Box, 1 auto average, A 2021 Mosaic Mega, another one that has a possibility of an auto. A 2021 Heritage Mega Box, exclusive blue sparkle chrome inside with a chance at real one auto. And then to finish it off, we're looking at 2021 Bowman Platinum with 2 autographs.
Love Platinum.
Now, the prices per spot, we're looking at one spot for $20, $25, including shipping.
Mm-hmm.
For 2 spots, you're looking at $46 with shipping. Now, for those of you that are our neighbors to the north, just add $5 to that total. And
Correct.
Again, like Mike said, we're looking at Monday, which is the 26th at 7 p.m.
At 7 p.m. It's going to be on my channel, but Adam's going to do the break. And a portion of the proceeds are going to Steve Marquez's daughter, Shayla, for the celebration of life, which we're going to do at the end of September.
This is going to be what, year 4?
This is the 4th year. Yeah.
And as of right now, Arnie, there is no update with Adrian's return.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my best.
So as of right now, how about this? When we come back in 2 weeks, I will ensure Mike is wearing his Bichette Happens bandana when he's on with me.
I think it's in the other room. I did have it here at one point. Oh, wait, I have it. It's right here.
There you go.
It's always here. It's somewhere.
All right, so it looks like we already started the funds for Shayla.
Yep. Oh, we got poker tomorrow night. If anybody wants to join on Canadian Card Breakers channel, it'll be at 6 o'clock. It'll be a 50-50. I believe it's $10 to enter, and it's 50-50 split. Half of it will go to Shayla, and half will go to the winner.
Larkin has a question.
Sure.
How the heck do you ship to Canada that's so cheap?
Okay. Well, let's see. I sent an email. Who did I send an email to? To Brandon. Brandon asked me about shipping to Canada. I go through Pirate Ship, and what it comes down to is there is something on there called a international something or other, blah, blah, blah. I can't exactly remember the name. I don't have Pirate Ship up right now. But this is the rates to Canada through Pirate Ship. It's under 8 ounces, it's $9.99. Under a pound, it's $12.99. When it goes to 2 pounds, or it goes just over 2 pounds, it's $22.99. When it goes to over 4 pounds, it's $52.99. So what I do, if anything is going over 4 pounds or anything like that, I break it down into 2 boxes and get it shipped out that way to Canada. I just did that with Jeff from the auction, and there was some stuff going up from the fundraiser and stuff like that. So I broke it down into 2 boxes to ship it up that way. It's not Canada. It's not so much by the size of the box. It's more about weight. Oh yeah, Jason sent me. I got that yesterday. The box of snacks. I think it costs like close to $70 to send it down here, and it didn't weigh much. That I think they do it by the size of the box.
Yeah.
So try to keep the boxes as small as possible, and try to keep the weight, under that 2 pound mark. When shipping to Canada, because once it goes over that, it really starts to ramp up. And if you go over 4 pounds, it's like it's over $50.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and end it here, and I look forward. Well, both Mike and I will look forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks. So,
and I got a couple more ideas. But we'll save them for later.
There you go. So we will catch you all in YouTube land later on down the road, and enjoy collecting. Have a good night, everybody.